Are you unknowingly consuming something more hazardous than sugar every single day? Today, we're uncovering a widespread ingredient that could be lurking in your kitchen right now, stealthily impacting your health more negatively than sugar. This common additive is found in everything from your morning coffee creamer to the snacks you love. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the world of maltodextrin, an ingredient you might not know you're eating, but definitely should. The hidden culprit: maltodextrin. Maltodextrin, a name that doesn't pop up often in daily conversations, yet this ingredient is ubiquitous in our diets, silently affecting our health. It's essential to bring this hidden culprit into the spotlight. Maltodextrin is a polysaccharide that is used primarily as a food additive. It's produced from starch by partial hydrolysis and can be derived from any starch, including corn, rice, potato, wheat, or tapioca. Despite its prevalence, most consumers are unaware of its existence in their food, let alone its potential impact on their health. One might wonder why maltodextrin is used so widely. The answer lies in its utility. This white, tasteless powder is prized in the food industry for its ability to improve the texture of food products, extend their shelf life, and act as a filler to increase the volume of processed foods. It's also inexpensive, making it a go-to choice for manufacturers looking to cut costs. As a result, maltodextrin can be found in a vast array of products, from packaged snacks and desserts to sauces, salad dressings, and even meat products. It is also commonly used in nutritional supplements and sports drinks, where it serves as a thickening agent and fills out the volume of powdered products. However, the innocuous presence of maltodextrin belies its potentially harmful effects. To understand these, we need to delve into the concept of the glycemic index, a measure that ranks foods on a scale from 0 to 100 based on how much they raise blood sugar levels after eating. Foods with a high glycemic index are quickly digested and absorbed, causing a rapid rise in blood sugar levels. This is where maltodextrin raises concerns. Despite not being sweet to the taste, maltodextrin has a glycemic index that can range from 110 to 136, which is considerably higher than table sugar, which has a glycemic index of around 65. This high rating means that maltodextrin can spike blood sugar levels significantly, potentially leading to faster and more dramatic fluctuations in blood sugar levels than sugar itself. Such spikes are particularly harmful as they can lead to energy crashes, mood swings, and over time contribute to the insulin resistance that characterizes type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, these sharp increases in blood sugar are not the only issue. The body's response to rapid glucose absorption is to release insulin, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels by promoting the absorption of glucose into the cells. When maltodextrin causes frequent spikes in blood sugar, it requires the body to produce large amounts of insulin. Over time, this can strain the pancreas, which is responsible for insulin production, and can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin. This not only increases the risk of developing diabetes, but also makes it harder to manage the disease once it has developed. Deep dive into maltodextrin. Maltodextrin's widespread use in the food industry is largely due to its versatile properties as a thickener, filler, and preservative. However, the processes involved in its production and the health implications of its consumption warrant a closer examination. Maltodextrin is manufactured through a process known as hydrolysis. During hydrolysis, starches derived from crops like corn, wheat, or potato are broken down by enzymes or acids. The result is a white, powdery substance that dissolves quickly in water and is relatively tasteless. The specific source of the starch and the methods used in hydrolysis can vary, leading to different forms of maltodextrin with varying impacts on health. The process of breaking down starch to produce maltodextrin significantly strips away the nutritional content of the original source. What remains is a substance that has little to no fiber, vitamins, or minerals, just empty calories. This is one of the main reasons why maltodextrin is considered dangerous. It provides a quick release of glucose into the bloodstream without any accompanying nutrients. When consumed, maltodextrin has a rapid effect on blood sugar levels. Its high glycemic index, typically between 110 and 136, causes a swift spike in blood glucose. This spike is much faster and often higher than what is observed with more complex carbohydrates or even common sugars such as sucrose, which has a glycemic index around 65. The rapid influx of glucose triggers a correspondingly high release of insulin, the hormone responsible for shuttling glucose into cells. Over time, frequent spikes in blood sugar and high insulin levels can lead to serious health issues, including insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, the health risks associated with maltodextrin extend extend beyond its effects on blood sugar and insulin response. The substance is also implicated in various digestive issues. For instance, maltodextrin can disrupt the balance of gut bacteria, leading to an altered gut flora. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for not only digestion, but also for overall immunity and mental health. When maltodextrin damages this microbial balance, it can result in conditions like increased gut inflammation, which is linked to a myriad of health issues, including chronic inflammatory diseases. Additionally, the consumption of maltodextrin has been associated with an increased risk of developing gastrointestinal problems such as bloating, gas, and even more severe conditions like leaky gut syndrome. This condition occurs when the intestinal barrier becomes permeated, allowing bacteria and toxins to leak into the bloodstream. Symptoms of leaky gut can include chronic diarrhea, constipation, and a host of autoimmune responses. The dangers of maltodextrin are compounded by the fact that it is often hidden in foods under various names, such as corn syrup solids or modified starch, making it difficult for consumers to recognize and avoid. This lack of transparency in food labeling means that many people ingest more maltodextrin than they realize, unknowingly exposing themselves to its adverse effects. Consumer awareness and mislabeling issues. Navigating the complex world of food labeling is a challenging task for many consumers, particularly when it comes to identifying additives like maltodextrin. Despite its prevalence in a myriad of food products, maltodextrin often remains hidden, obscured by labeling practices that can mislead even the most health-conscious individuals. Understanding these labeling loopholes is crucial for making informed dietary choices. Maltodextrin is frequently disguised under various names on ingredient lists, including terms like corn syrup solids, modified starch, or simply polysaccharides. This variety in nomenclature can make it difficult for consumers to recognize when maltodextrin is present in their food. Furthermore, regulatory guidelines permit manufacturers to omit detailed descriptions of certain ingredients if they fall below a specified percentage of the product's total composition. This means that maltodextrin can be included in products as a significant ingredient without being clearly identified, complicating efforts to avoid it. To counteract these challenges, consumers need to become adept at reading food labels. The first step is to look beyond the nutrition facts to the ingredient list, where all additives should be named. It is essential to learn the different names that maltodextrin might be hidden under. Consumers should also be wary of products that tout themselves as low sugar or sugar-free, as these items might still contain maltodextrin to enhance texture or flavor. As part of a proactive approach, shoppers can opt for whole and unprocessed foods, which are less likely to contain maltodextrin. When choosing processed foods, it is preferable to select products that contain natural sweeteners and are labeled with easily recognizable ingredients. Health-conscious individuals might also consider using alternative products like stevia or honey, which can provide sweetness without the adverse effects associated with high glycemic index additives. Broader impacts and regulatory challenges. The pervasive use of maltodextrin in the food industry has significant implications for public health. The additive's ability to rapidly spike blood sugar levels poses a risk not only for individuals with diabetes, but also for the general population by potentially contributing to the increasing prevalence of metabolic syndromes such as obesity and insulin resistance. Compounding the issue is maltodextrin's status as generally recognized as safe, GRAS, by regulatory agencies. This designation means that the additive can be used in food products without a rigorous review process typically required for new food ingredients. The GRAS status is based on historical usage or common knowledge about the safety of the ingredient rather than on extensive scientific study. This regulatory shortcut has been criticized for allowing food manufacturers to determine the safety of their own products without sufficient independent oversight. The lack of stringent regulations regarding the use and labeling of maltodextrin allows it to remain a common ingredient in many processed foods. Critics argue that more comprehensive regulations are needed to ensure that all food additives are thoroughly evaluated for long-term health effects before they are deemed safe. There is also a call for greater transparency in labeling to enable consumers to make more informed choices about the products they consume. In conclusion, maltodextrin is more than just a filler. It's a health concern concern hidden in plain sight. By understanding what it is, how it affects your body, and where it's found, you can make better dietary choices and avoid the pitfalls of misleading labels. Start reading those ingredient lists more closely and opt for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. For more insights and tips on how to further elevate your wellness journey, to see the next best way to level up your health, watch this video here.